Welcome back to Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Today I want to share my top 7 bodybuilding and home gym game changers. Stay tuned. If you are new to this channel or have not done so, please consider subscribing. You can find me on Instagram at Home Gym Hacks and Reviews, and if any of my videos or reviews have helped you, please consider using one of my affiliate links in the description of this video. Before I get started, I want to say so much of this list is about remaining injury-free and training each muscle group as optimally as possible using a scalpel rather than an axe. And without further ado, here are my top 7 game changers, starting with the Angles 90 grips. I like the Angles 90 grips so much, I have 2 sets, one for the garage and one for the house. The grips are made by an Italian company and they sell for about $50. Each handle has a 400-pound weight capacity. The straps can be shortened if needed, and they attach easily to any bar or carabiner. They're light, easy to store, and easy to transport. These are the first truly great cable attachment I picked up, and after 2 years, I still use them as much as ever. The Angles 90 grips allow for a full range of motion and greater freedom of movement over traditional cable attachments. In other words, my arms are not locked into a strict movement pattern, and as a result, I've basically eliminated wrist, elbow, and shoulder pain that I would occasionally experience using traditional attachments. The grips can be used for some push exercises, but I only use them for back and trap exercises. I really like them for chest-supported rows, and they work great on the IM2000 bar for an effective and comfortable shrug. The grips also completely transform the PowerTech Chin Dip Assist machine, making the exercise feel more comfortable, natural, and effective. The grips made the list in my top 10 pieces of home gym equipment under $100 video. The Prime Fitness Rotate handles are my next game changer. The Prime Fitness Rotate handles are made in the USA, sell for $125, and can greatly improve most pull and mini push exercises. There is some carryover between the Angles 90 grips and the Rotate handles, and they are about 2.5 times the price of the Angles 90 grips. While they do have a premium price, I think they are well worth it and feel a little better for pulling exercises than the Angles 90 grips. They've greatly improved the quality of my pull exercises as I experience far less grip fatigue, and I have noticed an increase in the amount of weight I can move when compared to other attachments. The grips, when attached to the Prime Long or Short Bar or the Iron Master Ultimate Row handle, require a high attachment point, but with the IM2000 it's not a problem. Like the Angles 90 grips, my arms are not locked into a fixed movement pattern, and the greater freedom of movement makes exercises more joint friendly for me. All row variations feel comfortable and effective, and most bicep exercises feel fantastic. While the Angles 90 grips can be used for pull-ups, the Prime Rotate handles really can't, but the Rotate handles are better for push exercises. Depending on the angle of the cable, the metal part of the Rotate handle may push against the arm, but it's not too noticeable when the cable's trajectory is diagonal. The grips also make for an amazing tricep pushdown. I recently posted a review for the Rotate handles and Prime Fitness spreader bar. My next game changer was incorporating the McGill Big 3 into my daily routine. Every single morning, I start my day by hanging out with my greyhounds and then performing the McGill Big 3. This protocol was created by Dr. McGill and recommended by Dr. Aaron, author of Rebuilding Milo. I start with the cat camel to stretch the back, and then follow that with the bird dog, and I can see my back leg is too high, but this is a great exercise for the glutes and erectors. I follow this with the side plank for the lateral obliques, and then end with the modified curl-up by slightly elevating my head and contracting my abs. In his book, Dr. Aaron recommends 10-second isometric holds for a predetermined number of reps and sets. The reverse hyper exercise is my next game changer. I battled lower back pain and stiffness for many years, and once I started incorporating this exercise into my training routine, lower back issues are few and far between. This exercise does a great job of strengthening the glutes, hamstrings, and to some degree the erectors. I feel my spine decompress while performing this exercise, and it also works great with one leg at a time. Before I got the Titan HP&D, I made my own reverse hyper by building a platform to rest on my rack safeties. At the time, I had the PowerTech high-low pulley attached to the rack, and I connected to the lower pulley to add resistance to the reverse hyper. Even without the cable tower attached to the rack, a band secured to a heavy dumbbell works great, or even a set of ankle weights can add resistance to the exercise. The 45-degree hyper extension bench is a close second to the reverse hyper for me, as I regularly perform hip extensions to strengthen the glutes, hamstrings, and erectors. I have a review for the Titan Fitness HP&D with a ton of hacks if you want to check that out. My next game changer is the belt squat exercise. The belt squat has been a huge game changer in my lower body training and in reducing the frequency of injuries, pains, and strains when compared to barbell squats. I can push myself a lot closer to failure without axial loading and reduce some of the risks associated with heavy barbell squats. While the Rhino is extremely expensive, a loading pin offers a great and far less expensive alternative. I performed this exercise for almost 5 years before getting the Rhino. It offers a lot of the same benefits as the Rhino, and I was only limited by how many plates I could fit on the loading pin. Unlike most lever belt squats, this exercise presents less shearing forces as the line of drive is vertical, and it closely resembles the Squat Max MD, although not quite as good. Also, if my back ever feels tight or if I've tweaked it, after some rest and time off from training, I like to simply attach bands to the Rhino and simply stand with tension on my hips. Also, incorporating banded marches feels great during any bout of lower back discomfort. If you want more belt squat alternatives, check out one of my latest videos, 5 belt squat hacks. My next game changer was introducing wedges to my squats and lunges. Like the Angles 90 grips, I used the 12-11 wedges so much, I got a second set so I would have one in each gym. The wedges are made by a US company and sell for $75. Each wedge has a 400-pound weight capacity and a 17-degree incline. The wedges place greater emphasis on the quads when squatting. They take a lot of stress off my lower back, and my knees feel better with all squats and lunges. With the wedges, I now love squatting in the Smith machine, performing dumbbell lunges, and air squats with the Iron Master training vest. Squatting in the lever gym with the wedges feels much more natural and much more effective. Lunges on the lever gym feel better. Hatfield squats feel far more effective and joint friendly, as do hex bar deadlifts. And those last two lifts are a nice segue into my last game changer, dropping the Olympic straight bar from my training routine and replacing it with specialty bars. The pronated bench press grip inevitably started to bother my wrists, elbows, and shoulders when my numbers started going up. The angle grip doesn't. The straight bar deadlift always tweaked my back after my initial lower back injury on the hack squat machine. The hex bar is far less likely to cause me trouble as the weight is distributed closer to the center line of my body. For a greater range of motion, I lose the 45s and use 25s. The straight bar squat, like the deadlift, would tweak my back after a certain amount of weight was reached, and it would aggravate my shoulders. But luckily, the heel elevated Hatfield squat does not. All 3 of these bars show up in my video ranking my 18 Titan Fitness products, and they've moved up since I created this video. I'm not saying the straight bar is bad or ineffective. I used it for a number of years with a lot of success. However, I think I would have had fewer aches and pains if I would have dropped the straight bar sooner. Also, I think some exercises like curls, rows, and close grip bench press can be performed more optimally on machines or with specialty bars. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. In the comment section, I would love to know if any of my game changers make your game changer list. Take care, everyone.